Hello, dear friends, with you Naya. Today I'm going to tell you about a small but quite interesting mod. It is intended primarily for horse lovers. This modic is quite new. It's only about 6 months old, so few people know about it. The mod is called Realistic Genetics or Realistic Horse Genetics. I must say right away that it is intended for the Minecraft version 1.12.2, but currently the developer is porting the mod to the 14th version. Most of you know that vanilla Minecraft currently uses 7 horse suits, which, together with excuses, marked and other features, make up 35 variants of possible horse colors. With the help of this mod, you will get hundreds of options. The trick is that the horse's suit is influenced, not by one pair of genes, but by a whole series. I don't think it makes sense to give you a lecture on horse genetics. Most will still cross horses on a whim. For those of you who know how to make calculations to get the right genome, it will not be difficult to open reference books or wikis and read which part of the genes is responsible for what. I'll show you the mod itself and its mechanics. Let's first look at how the horses have started to look now. As you can see, there are very beautiful suits that did not exist before. Various variants with gray hair, straps on the back, various markings, and so on. Crossing horses. You can get a variety of unrealistically beautiful color options. The herds look just awesome. By the way, the number of horses in the herd, as well as the purity of the spawn of horses, are configured in configurations. By default, you will meet herds which will have from 4 to 8 heads. There, in the configs, you can turn on the genetics of speed, jump, and health of horses, which will make your horse breeding even more exciting. This configuration is right here. It is the latest in the list. If everything is quite complicated with horses, then it is much easier with the breeding of frisky and jumping horses. Choose the best representatives and cross them. There are 2 different ways to determine which of the horses is the best. The first one is, so to speak, the vanilla method. Catch horses, go around them and arrange tests for them, jumps, and so on. This method is good if you are playing with friends. If you play alone, then you can only accurately determine the health and height of the jump. It's going to be hard to figure out the speed. Of course, if the horse is really a nag and barely crawls, then there are no problems. But what to do if you have several fast horses and you doubt which one is faster? There are 2 options here: to trust your gut or to include in the configurations the ability to see what is programmed in this horse. This is done here where it says Horse Debic Info. This option is disabled by default. Set this parameter, and then, if you hold an ordinary vanilla club in your left hand and look at the horse, all its information will appear on your screen. So, what do we see with you? In the upper left corner is the speed parameter of the horse, then there is its health, and then the jump. What does this last line mean? The author of the mod has not indicated anywhere. Well, on the right side, we see various alleles of genes, their names, and indications of their presence or absence. As I have already said, only those who are already familiar with the tasks of genetics can cope with this, and it is much more difficult than the school curriculum. So, enthusiasts, stock up on reference books, and go ahead, bring out the perfect horse. Well, everyone else can either catch a dream horse for themselves or take and cross horses randomly. The main thing is that initially there should be as many different horses in your herd as possible. Then the offspring will be as diverse as possible. So sooner or later, you will have exactly the kind of horse you wanted. The developer plans to introduce variations with sublaces, leopards, as well as various asymmetrical markings. The author of the mod may also be engaged in donkeys and mules, but all this will be developed for the 14th version of the main. But even with what we have today for the 12th version, it is already possible to play very well. You will find a link to the mod in the description under the video. I believe that this mod is ideal for assembling fans of all kinds of animals, agriculture, perhaps for medieval fantasy assemblies, where movement on horses is implied. Well, For fans of realism in Minecraft, this is generally a godsend. A lover of breeding horses, you have a real need to build racetracks, start breeding books, keep records of every horse that has value in breeding. I don't know about you, but this mod definitely made a good impression on me. I really like well-designed mods, even if they are small. I always wanted to have as many horses of different colors in Minecraft as possible. With the help of this mod, my cherished wish has been fulfilled. And now I can finally get a black horse with a white mane and tail. Well, put your fingers up, all lovers of cubic animals, subscribe to my channel. If for some reason you have not subscribed yet, there are many more reviews of interesting mods waiting for you. Check out my contact group, and see you soon. Bye bye.